In the day, they used to be crooked. They would ruin my order and then tell me never to call them again. So it was cutting off my food supply because sometimes I was at hotel stays. So I would order from these specific places, and then they cut off my food supply by multiple different places, ruining my orders on purpose. And some of them even defrauded me out of funds until I started recording. Like they would come, like I'd pay cash when you were able to pay cash, and then they'd say they didn't have change. So then I said, can you please make sure the driver has change? And then they'd still defraud. One of them said, I'll come back with your change, and drove off. So I called the restaurant. He claimed he was the store owner, threw my change at me, and told me I could not use that restaurant again. And then it added insult to injury. Eventually, I was arrested at that same hotel stay. And that was at Red Roof Inn. So I was getting violated ordering food, and then they went ahead and just scammed the rest. So when you're me, you have to really strategically plan something that they can't ruin. The ramen, it is horrible. I've never had noodles that bad. I can barely stomach it. So I just want to get something else until I get to the store. So I was trying to plan something that I can eat off a couple of days and get a family order, and then it tied me over for a couple of days until I get to the store. And when you see how it is purchasing things online, that's not a guarantee either. So I'm trying to call in advance to combat the issues. Yes, I see your order online on Uber Eats, $12.99, and it says 8. Is that for 8 tacos?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
On Uber Eats, you have a street taco deal for $12.99.
Give me 1 second.
It says street tacos.
No, street tacos, it'll be $12.99.
Right. How many do you get?
4.
4? It says 8 online.
Yeah. Oh, no, ma'am, it says $12.99.
I don't know why it says 8 next to it. Why would it say that?
I don't know, but I can talk to my manager. I'm going to talk to the person that's in charge, because they just changed the menu, the whole menu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I don't know. These places will defraud me out of funds. They shortchanged me, and I was trapped in the twilight zone. I'd order something, and then they minimize the portion sizes. And then I was trying to report it, and I just don't think people understood what I could go through. They did it in person. So then they knew, whoever was behind it knew that I was saving this food to eat off of it several days to keep from being terrorized. So they'd have them give me half the portion sizes in corruption, knowing you'd never believe my story. So on here, I don't know what the truth is. I see 8 in parentheses. I don't want to show it to you because you know where I'm ordering from. And then she's telling me that they give 4, but they defrauded me out of funds years doing this. Right here. I don't know what that means, 8. So this is like $18 for a family. This is just bizarre. Why would someone pay $20? Is this even safe for me to order food? How in the world would they think that someone would have paid $20 for this nonsense? How easy would it be if he just likes to taunt and violate? This is incredible. How easy would it be for him to murder me if the restaurants would be in cahoots with killing me? And the whole community, the police department, everywhere I'm at, church members, family. I could have been dead a long time ago. He just likes to violate. Wow. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to order something they can't ruin. So my device is trying to be funny, saying I can order from them. So I promise you, when I was trapped in the hotel room at Super 8, I was so hungry. I had ate that whole day, games all day, terrified for my life. I mean, I was afraid. I just wanted to hide out. I almost got out, trapped outside. My sister had just put me out in a scam, and then I was degraded and insulted. So I was terrified. I didn't know what was going on with them. So I got to Walmart, because I had to carry all these bags around. I had to go to Walmart and get a suitcase. So I got the suitcase. I got my funds from the bank. She threw my funds at me and tried to deprive me of my ability to get funds in my account. They had did it for that whole month. Since they were scamming to keep me from funds in my account, and I was terrified, I only communicated with her in writing. That way I would have evidence that they're trying to set me up and keep me from my own funds. I had like $2,000 in my account that my bank wouldn't give me in corruption. I had an ID and social, and they scammed that I wasn't giving them the proper credentials to get my funds. I called the police on them, but the police wouldn't take a report or do anything regarding my bank depriving me of funds in my account in a crisis. So nonetheless, I only communicated with her in writing. She was forced to give me funds in my account. Only wanted $600. This was at Viewpoint at the time, and then they've changed the Legacy and then Prosperity now. So I said that I wanted all $600. She demanded that I close the whole account out and threw my money at me because they couldn't con to keep me from my money. My sister was already prepared and waiting. My phone was going dead. Someone had already prearranged and told them. So the charger that had been in the wall the whole period that I stayed there, I saw this party with the charger in her hand. She had the charger in her hand, the phone charger. I said, then I looked for my charger. They stole it out of my bag and went through my bags and stole my charger. That was the avenue that my abuser had enlisted for them to stage conflict, to start an argument, because he was mad that the bank had to give me my money, and he enlisted them to violate me. And then they can create an avenue to put me out at night. He wanted to punish me for getting that money, and he used my family and her that other party to do so. So she has the charger in her hand and my phone's going dead. So I say, okay, I look for my charger and it's missing. And I said, where's my charger? So then the other lady with the charger in her head calls me disgusting, fat, says I stink. And, I'm not trying to judge anyone, but she had hygiene issues because she really couldn't move around a lot. And it wasn't my place to judge, but she apparently was judging for some reason. And she had her own incredible hygiene issues because she was basically immobile. So nonetheless, her charger is in her hand and she's calling the BITC, but this is completely out of her character. And these people act like they're cracking up. So nonetheless, then she won't let me charge my phone, and then she starts hitting me with her cane. My aunt started hitting me too. They're all acting like they're cracking up. It's like the movie Drop. I know you didn't believe my story. So then, I've already looked in my bag. Now that they created conflict, they have pretended like the charger was there all along. But here's the problem: I was using her charger, and the charger was it was already wrapped up. It was wrapped up, brand new, and never used. I never opened it because I was using her charger that she had in her hand currently when I walked through the door. So their con was that it was there all along, and I was mentally ill, but it was unraveled, and I know that they were conning me. It's just proving to other people my experiences. So nonetheless, they use that as an alibi to put me out. And I have just got hit with a cane and panicking, and then experienced insanity getting to the Walmart location afraid. So I get to Walmart, I get the suitcase, so I'm not having to lug all my property around. Then I go to Whataburger to try. This is off Ledbetter, off Buckner. I go to Whataburger. They're conning that they have shutting the whole Whataburger down for cleaning, and this kept happening. You let this happen before COVID. So their con was that they were closing the whole Whataburger down because they got to clean. I'm scared. And what do you mean? Because I'm wanting to be in shelter, scared. And then their con was someone enlisted them to close the whole Whataburger down. So then, I don't know what's happening. It's late at night. So I'm trying to get a lift. And then there's cons going on Uber at the time. No, it was a taxi. So I'm trying to get a taxi, and it's weird. I don't know that they can manipulate calls. People are hanging up in my face, all kind of weird things, and I'm just really not getting a lot accomplished, terrified. Then a taxi will say they're coming, it didn't come, and then just all this insanity, and I just really don't know what's going on. So then a gang stalker that's guarding me, I don't know that they're a gang stalker. My life is just bizarre, but it was a gang stalker. He says that you can use this taxi, I'll help you get the taxi. And then sure enough, a taxi came. So I went over to Super 8. Then I didn't eat. So I went over to Super 8 and then ordered the food the next day. And it was late. I don't know exactly how it transpired. So then I got 2 medium pizzas. They told me that I couldn't order the food right then. It was a 3-hour delay. I have never heard of ordering pizza and you have to wait 3 hours. Then I said, okay, I don't know why I waited 3 hours, but I did. I don't know. I don't think that I had a credit card. I think I had cash. So I had to order food in the avenue, and it was in a location where you couldn't get food. So I had to order something where I could pay them cash. So nonetheless, that's how it was. Because I didn't have a card, they demanded that I close my account because I wanted funds in my account. And they were scamming to keep me from the funds. So nonetheless, so I wait 3 hours, and then it took me the 30 minutes to order the food. Then they kept pretending like they didn't know my order. Then they said that it canceled out, and it took 30 minutes to order this food that after all the living hell, then it took 3 hours. This is why I had to record. So nonetheless, after the 3 hours, it was like $15 a special. You get 2 medium pizzas. He comes 3 hours later with a personal size pizza, the size of one of those Red Baron pizzas. You see that you get those microwavable pizzas. I said, what is this? I didn't even know that they made pizzas like that. So he's trying to charge me $15 to defraud me out of funds for this little personal pizza. So I say, I don't want this. This isn't what I ordered. I waited 3 hours for this. So he says that we have this pizza for you. I said, that's not what I ordered. So he's trying to argue with me. I close the door. He starts calling me on my phone. I don't answer my phone. Then he goes to the hotel and starts having them call. I said, do not have him call again. I don't want it. That's not what I'm ordering. I don't know why he can't get it. I didn't eat. That's why I said it's like that they are trying to kill me. If they wanted to, like I said, how easy would this be? So my device is being funny now. Since I said I don't want to record, currently unavailable. Since I didn't want to record the locations, currently unavailable. Everything is currently unavailable, trying to play games, since I said that I did not want to record my locations. Well, you can see it. My life's been in jeopardy. They're saying they're denying me delivery. My device is demanding that I get a hamburger or a pizza or something like that when I'm trying to get a healthier option. But my device will not let me, so I have to get what my device will let me order. And my device wants me to get a burger or something that's not healthy. Or that horrible Chinese food, the taste of it completely changed. It didn't even taste like the same food. So they just have to defraud me out of funds. So the total is $20.20. I'm getting, and my device is covering for it. So instead of the $5.17 that I'm supposed to be paying, and my device is covering for it again, I'm paying $4.97. Instead of $5.17, oh wow. This can't be real, this channel. It doesn't want you to see. Instead of, I have to report this to the police. Instead of $5.17, it's $4.97. Instead of 20, this shouldn't be $29.86. It's $19.11. So my device is stating that this Chinese restaurant for one meal and egg rolls is charging me $30. It makes me want to vomit all the power that's abused. The government enforces that I get defrauded out of funds, so I'm going to go ahead and order it. Let's try this again. You're making it difficult if you don't tell me what you see to deliver the order.
Yeah, because I'm a...
So the delivery driver is scamming that he can't find my order. He's walking around. I see him walking around. I mean, this is ridiculous. Is he on a bike? So they told you couldn't deliver over here, that you had to park over there and walk all the way over here?
I don't know who it was, but he said, well, I'm glad you parked over there because I don't want you guys parking all the way over here.
That's not correct. People park all. You see these cars over here?
Okay, well, now I know, but...
Okay, I don't know why people are in my business and cause problems.
Yeah.
So they had the delivery driver stop at the front, and it's like a big area. There's cars all over the place telling him to stop at the front, creating conflict for him to deliver. So they're calling me and saying he's lost because they're having him walk around this atmosphere. And there's cars all over the place. They blatantly lied to the driver. Nothing. Okay, I guess I'm done. I guess I thought you wanted to know how the food was. It's okay. It's not bad. I've had worse. But it's not the greatest and it's not the worst that I've had because typically they deliberately try to ruin my food. Hopefully I'm done for today. I mean, it woke up crazy. Okay. The time now is 2:26. I don't know what I said. What I meant to say was it started crazy.